once again, welcome back to the DSA with DAX series. Today is day 27 of our series. Today we're gonna solve question number 268. It's basically missing number, okay? And this is the series where we learn DSA from absolute beginner to the advanced level, okay? We have to come each and every day, try to do question by ourselves, think about multiple approaches and about them, how you can improve more questions and like that. And yesterday we solved question number 136, which is basically single number, where you finding a pair with a number only appears one time. Okay. So yesterday's question is simple. Okay, little bit like something we have to be careful about while taking conditions like that. Okay. If you not watch yesterday's video, you can check out the link in I button. And today we gonna similar question like that. This question is also based on number. Today is missing number. We have to find missing number. Okay, and yesterday we have to find number with without a pair. Okay, single number. So similar. Okay, and I am today like in this question I'll tell you two approaches. Okay, two approach. After that you have to try by another approach, think multiple approach. For this question there is multiple approach possible. You have to try, think about that and try by yourself, so you can improve your logical thinking and multiple approach think by yourself. Okay, so let's start with the question explanation. Given an array of nums, okay, you are given an array of nums containing n, okay, distinct numbers in a range 0 to n. Okay, basically the range of the numbers which you are given is 0 to n. Okay, and the size of the nums array is n. Okay, return the only number in the range that is missing from the array. Okay, so you have to just return a number which is missing, okay, from the array, and range is 0 to n. So there is one number missing because the way range is starting from the 0 and length is less than one digit. That's why you can see here example. We will see example 1. Here an input nums, okay, 301 is 3 digits in our array. Okay, length of the array becomes 3. Okay, but the element is missing 2. Okay, because if we add here 4 element, we have to put 4. Okay, and if we put 4, the length of the array becomes 5. So that's the matter. There is one gap between this length of the array and element in array, and because we starting from 0, so we have to find that missing number. So in case here is 2 missing number. Okay, we can see example 2 here, 0 1, but the length of the array is 2, so our missing number is 2. Okay, so you can check out third example and read the explanations if you had don't understand example. All the numbers of nums are unique. Okay, they firstly clear that no number repeats twice. Okay, the nums of I is between 0 to n, and value of n is between 1 to 10 to the power 4. Range of the n is between 1 to 10 to the power 4. It's very wide range. And n equal to nums dot length. You have to take length of the nums array is equal to n, and you have to use that. So I hope you got clear about the questions. Okay, now we move to the approaches part. Which approach is possible? Okay, so now we discuss about approaches, possible approaches for that. Okay, so we focus on the approaches. So first approach is possible. We can take n values, okay, 0 to n, loop for the range of the numbers. Okay, not for nums array, for the range of the numbers. Okay, which includes 0 and nth also. Okay, after that we take another for loop which can only move to the nums. Okay, nums values each and every, and inside the first for loop we can take one variable like count, like anything. We can take found. Okay, and starting we use let found equal to false. Okay, if found value is false for first case, after in for loop we check nums array. Okay, in nums array this value of I is exist. If exist, we can convert found value to the true and break that for loop, because we don't increase our time complexity rapidly. It increase, but we don't want to, like, if you find your answer, why you should continue your loop. Okay, that's all. After that it will check and true, so we'll ignore it. At the end, if you found one value of that which remain found false and for found false, we can directly return that value. Okay, I hope you got clear about that approach. So this is the simple approach, depends upon the array, and that after that we can use a method to total sum and array sum. Okay, we sum the total and after that sum the array, like each and every indexes, and minus total sum minus array sum, and it will give you the number which is not in array. Okay, this is like good approach. Okay, so you can try this question by inbuilt function. I'll gonna solve question by these two approach. I'll starting with the first approach. Okay, let n equal to nums dot length, as question given us n is equal to nums dot length for let I equal to 0, I is less than equal to n. Okay, we have to include n, that's why I am taking less than and equal to n. Okay, I plus plus, after that let found. Okay, I am taking found variable, currently its value is false. Okay, after that I have to take one more for loop, let j is equal to 0, j is less than n. Here I don't want to like what time the last index is not included because the n array, like you can see here what I am trying to say is, if okay, nums of j, okay, the nums of j is equal to I, value of our current. If this happens, we use found equal to true. Okay, and break the current loop. Okay, and in case where this is not equal to like found is not true, that's the main condition. So if found is false, okay, so that's why at that time whatever we have to do is we can directly use a return I. Okay, if found is not true, we like found is false, we got directly our answer. Found false means the value of current this array, like this in range, is not exist in nums array, and that's what we want. So that's why this is like completed. So we'll run this for checking test cases. So you can see that these test cases are accepted. Lead code basic. So now we like submitting it for further lead code test cases, which is like around 122 test cases. All are passed. Okay, and answer is accepted. Our memory is 54 MB. Okay, we later on discuss about that thing. Okay, so currently our first approach, like this question is done. Now we'll move to the second approach, which is total sum and array sum. Okay, so firstly I'll explain you. Okay, so like we discuss about total sum, we'll find by the like it's something mathematically. Okay, and array sum while using, we can use one for loop to iterating. Okay, let me show by writing code. Okay, you like clear better. Okay, so here we have to take n equal to nums dot length. After that we want one more variable called total sum. Okay, total sum equal to n is the length of the hour into n plus 1. Okay, and at the end we have to halve that part and you got your total sum. Okay, for 0 to n index is 0 to n range. Okay, and if you want to like check out this, you can take pen paper and try this. Okay, is this is working or not. Okay, now let array sum equal to 0. Okay, for loop let I equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Okay, and here array sum plus equal to nums of I. Okay, so you can see that we adding each and every index value to the our array sum to like find its final value. Okay, and after that we directly use return. Whatever we have to return is the value which is missing for that total. Okay, total sum minus array sum. Okay, so you got it, our value. Okay, wait, I hear a mistake. Okay, but be careful about taking comma separate things. You have to like use carefully. Our answer is accepted. So you can see that our these given three examples test cases are passed with this approach. We just adding our total sum and array sum, subtracting both and getting our value. Why? Because you're getting there is only one element missing, not multiple or more than one. Only one element is missing. That's why we got our answer. Now I'll submit to like further lead code test cases. So you can check out that this 122 test cases are accepted. So I hope you got clear about these approaches, both approaches. And like now we have moved to the time and space complexity. But if you find any doubts about these two approaches, you can ask me in comments. Okay, and you have to try this question by multiple approach. Like you can use inbuilt functions or like map and filter. You can try this question by multiple approach as you can find. You try. Okay, and if you want code it, you just go to the ChatGPT and ask about that approach code base, and you learn how this is implemented. You improve your logical thinking. So in further lead code questions, it will help you to think approaches by yourself. Okay, so it will help you in interviews and coding rounds. So this is how we have mastered DSA. So for mastering you have to do something by yourself. So now we'll discuss time and space complexity for this. Okay, so for our first approach, where we're using nested loop, one for loop inside one for loop. Both for loop are in between, like for zero index to the nth index of the array. So for that approach, our time complexity becomes order of n square because the outer loop has order of n and inside loop has also order of n time complexity. So the time complexity of that code becomes order of n square, and for that code we don't taking an entire new array or object. So space complexity becomes order of 1. Okay, so and for this question our time complexity is order of 1. You can like time complexity order of n. Okay, you can see that we're using only one for loop. Okay, from zero index to the nth index of our array. And space complexity is order of 1. We do not using any entirely new like array object. Okay, we just using three like objects which is storing values. Okay, and it's constant space. Okay, and we ignore constant space in case we using new array to check out and comparison like that. So at that case we have order of n space complexity. Okay, so this is the optimized version for this code where time complexity is order of n and space complexity is order of 1. And where whatever you write in your new approach, you can try to find your that code time and space complexity, and within the code you can mention time and space complexity. Okay, so this is the our today's part. Okay, now we move to the tomorrow's questions, like basic details which question you gonna solve tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna solve question number like 58, length of the last word. Okay, here this question. So like here you can got a given a string of s consisting of a word and space. They basically given a string like fly on a moon, hello world, my name is, like that, anything string they given us. As consistency of words and spaces, return the length of the last word in the string. Firstly you have to find the which word is last one, and after that you have to find the length of the last word and you have to return the number. A word is maximal substring consisting of non-space character only. Okay, So like they given us a word is maximal substring consisting of non-space character only. It can be possible they given us you only like one word in a string. Okay, so you can check out the example. Hello word, last word is world. So length is become 5. Okay, here moon length is 4. Here joy boy length is 6. Okay, like that you can check out. S dot length is between, like strings length is between 1 to 10 to the power 4, and string consists of only English letter and spaces. Okay, string do not consist special characters or any alphabetical order. It only consists English letters and white spaces. There will be at least one word in string. The least they given us on one word in string. It's like basically you have to directly find a string length and return it. That what we're trying to say is at least one word means. Okay, so you have to try this question. After completing this question, just post it on LinkedIn and Twitter and mention me. Okay, and if you not solve this question, we're gonna solve this question tomorrow. You can come and check out the tomorrow's video and see logic and approaches, and you can try the code by yourself. Okay, and if you not started your DSA with the series, this is the right time to start DSA series. Link in I button from day one where I explain each and everything. You can go and check out the day one's video. Okay, and stay consistent. Okay, to master DSA. So thanks for watching the video. Meet on tomorrow's video.